Joseph, none of us will forget the name. He's destined for great things. He's not the only one, but unbelievable scenes here today. In the Aussies, the clean sweep, it's off, it's not happening. But it was a brilliant test summer, really, and congratulations to the Windies.
Yeah, what an afternoon. Test cricket at its very best, Mel. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks.
The tables are turning for high school students with a hands-on program unveiled on how to teach. With those new figures on a teacher shortage today, it promises to encourage more students to take up a career in the classroom.
A lesson in teaching. These high school students are training up to educate.
All the people I've looked up to in my life have been my family as well as my teachers.
They really build you up. The teaching profession is very outstanding, really.
Teenagers taken through a week-long intensive teaching boot camp, preparing our next generation of educators for anything their future students throw at them.
They're teaching you all different teaching styles and how students differ from other students.
10 years ago, Macquarie Fields teacher Perry Celestino started the Future Teachers Club. From just 50 students, he's recruited more than 1,400.
It gives them the opportunity to plan, deliver and observe and evaluate.
This step up into teaching program at the Australian Catholic University means students here are getting university credit without the HECS debt and starting a teaching degree while they're still in high school, a solution to fill shortages across the state.
Teachers are leaving the profession, that's the worst thing.
The program has expanded to regional areas like Armidale. The hope is within the next 5 to 10 years, all universities across the state will be involved.
It's been so rewarding to be parts of these communities. We want people in this thing that are good, that love it. It's a passion, right? It's a culture.
Angelique Opie, 7 News.
Now, Angie's back with the forecast. Ange, how's the working week looking?
Mark, the run of milder days is here to stay, but skies will be grey for a significant portion of the week. Details next.
87.
An incredible upset of Australia, winning the second test by just 8 runs at the Gabba. Premier Chris Minns is threatening to unmask Sydney's neo-Nazis after police shut down another gathering today. And Sydney billionaire property developer Lang Walker has died after a months-long battle with illness. He was 78. Now here's Angie with the latest on Sydney's weather.
Thank you, Mark. It has been an overcast day in Sydney, but we recorded very little in the way of wet weather, just a sprinkle in parts, but mostly less than a millimetre. The top in the CBD, 28 degrees. That is 2 above the January average. But after those highs in the 30s for Thursday and Friday, it felt quite manageable. Tops in the high 20s were the trend across the metro region. A little bit cooler at Terry Hills with 25 and Katoomba managed 24. The satellite image shows ex-tropical cyclone Kirrily producing heavy showers and storms over Queensland. A trough also extending down into New South Wales is fueling wet weather over northeastern parts of our state. Tomorrow that trough will move further westwards, deepening over inland parts and extending to the south coast by evening, but most centres will remain settled. We're not expecting too much rain. Around the capitals, wet weather continues for Brisbane. 29 degrees the forecast top. Fine and quite warm elsewhere. Canberra 32 degrees, Melbourne to reach 28, Hobart settled 25, Adelaide 31, blue skies and 29 for Perth. Not much warmer up north in Darwin, 31 degrees there and stormy. Statewide, we've got scattered showers and isolated storms across the north of the state, excluding the far northwest. Fine and mostly sunny elsewhere, with some warm temperatures extending further south. Griffith 37 degrees, Wagga on track for 35 and a top of 28 for Wollongong. For the metro region, no significant change. Cloudy tomorrow. Northeasterly winds with warm overnight and daytime temperatures just ahead. Penrith and Richmond should get to 33 degrees, 29 the forecast top on the beach at Manly, and even Katoomba to reach 28. On the water, easterly winds to 15 knots early, shifting to the northeast before dawn, reaching 20 knots. Back in the CBD, 21 the forecast low, top of 29, several above the long-term average. It is going to be overcast, but staying fine. To the week ahead, couple of showers back in the mix for Tuesday and Wednesday, just a few millimetres. Cloudy Thursday. Friday's our next day with blue skies, 30 in the CBD, 35 in our west, and the weekend looking fairly comfortable at this stage. So importantly, a long break from those heatwave conditions, Mark.
Looking pretty good.
Manageable.
Thanks, Angie. Before we go, here's a look at a special report we have for you tomorrow night.
Monday on 7 News, your back-to-school travel guide. The last-minute rush to get our roads ready for the school traffic surge. Roadworks, speed traps and changes to public transport from the west to the Warringah Freeway. How to avoid the gridlock. 7 News with Mark Ferguson, Monday.
That is 7 News for this Sunday. We'll have updates for you throughout the evening, and Sunrise is on from 5:30 tomorrow morning. I'm Mark Ferguson from all the team. I hope you have a great night.
Stream 7 News anytime, live and on demand on 7 Plus. And with 7news.com.au, you'll know the news now.